when I speak is like a lottery win. Quote my total, multi-mogul. So fly out to walk in any spot, every be soaking. From a time when was stronger, today's streets are calmer. They used to kill for shade, sneaks, and bombers. My name existed forever. Before Christians came in America, even better. With click sounds in their mouths was language for humans. With stick figures and K's, my name's written fluid. Nasty like way before even Rome had a sewage. For 50,000 years ago, if I could choose its origin, since there's nothing to gain by assuming I'ma say the definition of my name, the truest. I shocked them like real prop. Creep with baddies in sequence, dresses with high strung. Fresh off the jet, you can see my vision why I've come. How much time y'all got? Yo, Preem, let's drop something. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS.
The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Tonight, a good one here in the AFC between the Denver Broncos and the Houston Texans. Where 4 teams gets cut down to 2 here in the AFC. The divisional round contest is underway. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Nick starting with a pass. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. So they opted a shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did. I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
A little misplaced sense of urgency on their opening drive. We'll find out together, and they're going for this from their own side. Once more, it's Nix. Throw is caught by the back. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. That was the biggest 3-yard gain you're going to see, because instead of a turnover on downs, Brock, it gets them a first.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
1st and 10 from the 41. On the handoff, this is McLaughlin. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Okay, that's a run that's hold home on the stat sheet. But if we see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door. Bigger gap in the future.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Nix from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he stops cold at the spot. He paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the 1st down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
That'll be caught by Troy Franklin. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Yeah, the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you gotta imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. I'm hungry. Running for the marker on second. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And the Broncos will have a first down.
First down, Broncos.
There's the fake. Here's Nix. Outright, and Ingram makes the grab. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage, he gets to that...
And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos finish up an excellent opening series. Point after try is good by Lutz. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Bronco out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
On the quick, right?
Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. 18, what's up?
On the ground again with Mixon. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Stroud now on 3rd. Gets everything he has under this throw. This is caught inside the 15. They rip up a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Hey, uno. 19 Texans.
Working inside the red zone. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Here we go. Swap, another swap.
Staying between the tackles with Mixon. There's a small seam, that's good for 5. Make it 3rd down.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to and keep them from piling on those yards.
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Here we go. 118, what's up?
Chubb going for the marker. And he gets in, touchdown! The Texans finish off their opening drive. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. Going after it, up and good by Fairbairn. And the Texans respond with 7 of their own. to tie it here early. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Fielded at the 7. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. First and 10. It's Nix out of the pistol. Completed to his running back. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. Well, you love when you can go from first down to first down, Brock. Makes things easy for an offense, and it is the primary reason that he gets the looks that he does.
Every touch he gets has a solid chance of working out just like that. It's why many of these first quarter looks have his name all over them.
We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They're looking at first down here. Handoff. Here's McLaughlin. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Play action with Nix. Bails out of the pocket quick. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they catch him just in time to prevent the first, but that got very close, didn't it? It's 4th and maybe a yard.
But it brings up 4th down.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Able to get it to Franklin. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. They come through with 6 yards there, Brock, and they're rewarded with a new set of downs.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They'll throw again. Nix. This finds Franklin. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, they don't give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Nix to throw again. He slides down with enough to pick up that first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
They fake the handoff. Now Nix. He's got the hook up to Ingram. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They're now set for 1st and 10. They go left side with McLaughlin. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're in the 1st and goal.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Hold on, son. Ready. 180. Hot.
They'll try and punch it in. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Vacates quickly left side. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as a QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
3rd and goal, here's Nix. And the defender comes away with it. And the Texans will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. They'll begin with a run by Mixon. Bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that's such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3.
18.
From the gun, Stroud. He isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at NRG. And it's the Texans. Behind the sticks on 3rd and 13.
Why Tony?
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought to a stop after he found plenty of room to run.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then. And the running back's still doing it to this day.
This goes across midfield and into Broncos territory. The rookie from Texas there on the tackle.
It'll be this group's job, watching the film, to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
It's mixed in on 2nd down. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
11.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. He's trying to push the field. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. That's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
Six yards to the line. The offense is going to go for this.
Here we go. Tony.
Stroud's going to throw for it. Got his man. This is Noel. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Markers reset. Ball at the 37.
Oh, 19 Texans. 18.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Trey Greenlaw picks
play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. Would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion. I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Houston calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. First and 10 from the 41. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Hits his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds after looks like about a yard there. Second down coming up.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Second and 8. Underneath it goes. Catch made by the running back. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot. Third and 4 coming up now. Out of the gun, it's Nix. That's into the hands of Franklin. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. Pick up a 5 on that play. And the Broncos will have a first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
The drive picks up here, first and 10. Throwing again, here's Nix. Forced out to his right. He can run it. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway. Ugh.
From the red zone now. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
After the incomplete pass, here comes second and 10. Nix from the gun. Touching down a couple of yards away from that marker. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, so they can try for some points going into the break. On comes Will Lutz in the Broncos field goal unit. This only a chip shot from the right hash. The kick by Lutz is good. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. The battle complete, Brock, as we resume play here. A spot in our AFC Championship on the line. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, first and 10. Half's going to begin with a mix and run. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got second and 8.
That the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. From the 38. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Riley Moss with the pick. And he's into the end zone with a pick 6 and a Denver touchdown. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make the pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Wanting to start the drive with Mixon. Maybe he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Oh, ready? What 8?
Shotgun now, 1st round. Left side into the hands of Dell. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Oh, ready?
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
To the air, Stroud. Looking underneath here to Mixon. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Buys time, rolling right. That one connects. And in for the Houston touchdown. The Texans shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Fairbairn now for the PAT. The point after splits the upright. And the Texans cut it to a field goal game.
Texans 14.
Ball is set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 23-yard line.
All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got 1st and 10. Now Nix. Connects on the crosser. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, I know 3rd and 1 feels like an automatic running down, but after seeing that last play yield you nothing, this offense and that coordinator's got a seed of doubt. This defense playing some mind games with them.
Goes to McLaughlin on 3rd. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have 4th down coming up.
He's tackled at this 32-yard line. A gain of a yard. It's now 4th down.
Looking to throw. He's got it to his running back. And they're going to bring bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They'll keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on 4th down.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Knicks now on 1st and 10. Completed to his running back. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
I think one of my favorite adjectives, I don't know why, it just sounds good off the lips, is shred. Shredding paper. Shredding the slopes. Or dude shredding a defense just like that.
From the gun, carry by McLaughlin. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. They made it 3 yards on the toes. It'll bring up 2nd down.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play 1st and goal situations too. Because a run like that now, well, leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap to Nix. Escapes the pocket. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
Hey, I gotta believe he harkened back to that earlier pitch and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. That is incomplete. He keeps feeding it to his back, but this one a rare miss. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Kid, I'm just kind of laughing because I could feel the armchair quarterbacks going, I can make that throw. And anybody who's actually made those throws says you have no idea what it feels like with everybody breathing down your neck. That play's got to be right, timed up right, and it certainly wasn't. That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Stroud off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. And Stroud gets him the first with a slide down at the end of it. Offense in the hurry up here.
17 yards. That's good for an H-town.
1st and 10, around to Mixon. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Alex Singleton makes the tackle.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Why Tony?
From the 46. Chased out to his right. And then off here to Mixon. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. That one goes for 25 yards. And it sets up a Houston first.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it out to an angle, and break off the 1st down.
1st down throw by Stroud. On the move, hit it right. That's a catch for Nico Collins. And they take it out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Only 1 quarter left before we send one of these teams to the AFC title game. It's Texans ball. We'll see if they can come up with something and stave off elimination. First and goal. They've got 4 chances to tie this one up.
Tony, Tony.
They're going to run here. It's Mixon. And he's in for the touchdown. The Texans come through to tie it in the fourth. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. And he comes through on the kick to give him the lead here in the fourth quarter. Set up for the kickoff. This one's going to bounce into the end zone and will end as a touchback. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. It's Nix out of the pistol. It's caught. McLaughlin escapes a defender. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That one nabs him 33 yards and a new set of downs, too. So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's 1st down. Over center with McLaughlin. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop it behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
This is Ingram working the left side. He's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid 3rd down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys they can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards because someone tracks him down.
And they're turned away on 3rd and short. Actually might have lost a yard. That's going to bring up 4th down.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. It's an 8-yard gain. What a great call on 4th down. It keeps this drive moving. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Nix with it on 1st. And he'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, so this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
Here we go, 2nd and very long. This is Sutton working the right side. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Looking to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
That kick is no good. Oh, he mishit it. And the deficit remains unchanged here in the 4th.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
What's up?
It's round throwing here on 1st. That's incomplete for the moment, we do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. And holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Going right side, mixing with it. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain.
You know, Katie, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Why, Tony?
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Hits his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Ball on the 45, first and 10.
Here we go.
They give inside to Chung. They're going to keep moving forward, brought down inside the opposing 30. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Texans clinging to a 1-point lead. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for first and 10.
Oh, hey.
The handoff from Mixon, running right. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Hey, uno Mars. Bucky. 11.
Oh, Gronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Rolling out to his left. He's running with it.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Ow, that's right. Tony. Down. Bucky. 19 Texas. Hey, uno.
Here he is to throw. Got his man. This is Noel. He will have the Texans first down there, and the celebrations can begin now down on that sideline.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Here we go.
A give to Mixon up the middle. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. Now the Broncos take their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now.
There's just no question about it. He has the license to adapt a little bit, to diagnose plays because they trust his instincts. And there, well, it was all on display. Expert-level diagnosis going on to see a potential run and get in position to stop it behind the lines.
They get those 2 yards back, but now it leaves them with 3rd and 10. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line.
Here we go. At 18. That's it.
3rd down, Mixon gets it. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. 4 yards narrows the distance a bit, but still some yardage left here on 4th down. So it's a win for the Texans. All right, so their spot in the conference championship game is booked. And now, Brock, gotta imagine those Super Bowl dreams are becoming a lot more real for these guys now.
Yeah, I think they can picture that Lombardi Trophy game, but there is still a lot of work to do. One more trophy they got to get before that, and that's the one somebody's going to raise at the end of the conference championship weekend.
So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans, as we'll see you next time from Houston.